Welcome back to Penny Collector, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of coins, uncovering their hidden history, surprising facts, and market values that might just amaze you. Today we are diving deep into the story of the United States 5-cent coin from the year 1992, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but carries with it a unique place in American numismatic history. Known popularly as the Jefferson nickel, the 1992 issue continued the long-standing design, featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag and first introduced in 1938. The reverse side displays a detailed engraving of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, symbolizing not only American architecture, but also his vision and contribution to the nation. The 1992 Jefferson nickel was minted in two primary locations: Philadelphia, which produced coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which used the D mint mark, with both facilities striking millions of these coins for circulation. There were also special proof coins made in San Francisco with the S mint mark intended for collectors, often possessing a mirror-like finish and sharper details. While the mintage numbers were high, the true value of a 1992 5-cent coin today depends heavily on its condition, rarity of errors, and collector demand. A typical circulated 1992 nickel in average condition is still worth its face value of 5 cents in everyday transactions. But when we look at coins that are in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, values can rise significantly. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services can often fetch between $1 and $5, with pristine examples reaching even higher in auctions, especially if they exhibit full steps on Monticello or unique minting errors. Error coins, such as those with off-center strikes, double dies, or planchette flaws, can command impressive premiums, sometimes selling for $50 or more, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. The market for 1992 nickels also fluctuates with silver and metal prices, although nickels from this year are composed mainly of copper and nickel, not silver, which means their collectible appeal comes more from condition and rarity than intrinsic metal value. Collectors prize examples that have been stored carefully, showing no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, as these coins can be challenging to find in truly uncirculated condition after more than 3 decades. If you happen to come across a 1992 Jefferson nickel in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look, especially under magnification, to check for sharp details, clean surfaces, and any unusual features that might indicate an error. In today's coin market, finding and preserving such coins can be a rewarding hobby and, in some cases, a profitable one. Here on Penny Collector, we always encourage viewers to check their change, visit coin shows, and research current market values because you never know when a common coin might turn into an exciting treasure. The 1992 5-cent coin is a perfect reminder that history, art, and value can all fit into the palm of your hand, and with the right eye for detail, even the smallest coins can tell a big story. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collecting journey, the key is to appreciate the craftsmanship, heritage, and potential value each coin represents. Next up, we are turning our attention to the United States 5-cent coin from the year 1980, a coin that many Americans may remember from their daily transactions, but which, in the right condition, can become a cherished collectible. The 1980 nickel features the iconic Jefferson design, which has graced the coin since 1938. On the obverse, we see the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, designed by Felix Schlag, with the word Liberty and the year 1980 placed to the right along with the motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse proudly displays a detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous home in Virginia, with the denomination 5 cents and the country name United States of America inscribed beneath it. In 1980, these coins were minted in Philadelphia, which used the P mint mark for the first time ever on nickels that year, and in Denver, with its D mint mark, as well as a smaller number of proof coins struck in San Francisco with an S mint mark, specially made for collectors with a mirror-like surface and sharp details. The composition of the 1980 nickel remained 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that distinct silvery tone without containing any actual silver. While millions were struck for circulation, making them common in everyday use, the key to value lies in the condition. A circulated 1980 nickel is generally worth its face value of 5 cents, but examples in high mint state grades, such as MS65 and above, can sell to collectors for around $1 to $5, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Coins with the rare full steps designation on Monticello, meaning the steps are fully visible and sharply struck, can reach even higher values, often between $10 and $25 or more, as they are harder to find in flawless condition after more than 4 decades. Error coins from 1980, including off-center strikes, double dies, and clipped planchets, can be far more valuable, sometimes fetching between $50 and $200 or higher, depending on rarity and demand. It's worth noting that the introduction of the P mint mark on Philadelphia nickels in 1980 was a historic change for collectors, making this year's coin an important piece in modern numismatics. If you come across a 1985-cent coin in great condition, free from scratches, wear, and discoloration, it's worth setting aside, as well-preserved examples are becoming harder to find in circulation. The market for Jefferson nickels remains strong among collectors, and coins from key transitional years like 1980 can always spark interest. As always, I encourage viewers to check their change, search through old coin jars, and perhaps even visit local coin shows to compare what they have with professional examples. Who knows, you might have a hidden treasure sitting unnoticed in your home. Remember, every coin has a story, and the 1980 nickel story is one of history, design, and the potential to surprise you with its value. Next up, we are talking about the United States 5-cent coin from 1998, more commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, a coin that many people might still have tucked away in change jars or quietly circulating in their wallets. Yet, it carries an important place in modern numismatic history. The 1998 Jefferson nickel still bore the classic design by Felix Schlag, which had been in use since 1938, featuring the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" on the left, "Liberty" and the year 1998 on the right, and the mint mark placed just below the year. The reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, with the denomination 5 cents and the words United States of America beneath, along with the motto E pluribus unum above. In 1998, these coins were struck at 2 main facilities for circulation, Philadelphia with a P mint mark and Denver with a D mint mark, along with a smaller number of highly detailed proof coins minted in San Francisco with an S mint mark, which were produced for collectors and featured mirror-like backgrounds and sharp frosted details. The composition remained the same as other modern nickels, 75% copper and 25% nickel, with no silver content, giving the coin its durable and distinct silvery appearance. While hundreds of millions were minted, the value today depends heavily on condition and special varieties. A circulated 1998 nickel typically holds its face value of 5 cents, but in uncirculated condition graded MS65 or higher, collectors are often willing to pay between $1 and $5, especially for coins with outstanding eye appeal and minimal contact marks. Those designated as full steps nickels, where the steps on Monticello are clearly visible and sharply struck, can bring premiums in the $10 to $20 range or more, because this level of strike detail is much harder to find. Rare mint errors from 1998, such as double die obverse or reverse, offsetter strikes, and clipped planchets, can sell for significantly more, ranging from $25 to over $100, depending on rarity and demand. The late 1990s saw a strong interest in Jefferson nickels among collectors, partly because these years were leading toward the 2004 and 2005 Westward Journey nickel design changes, making the last few years of the classic Schlag design historically notable. If you happen to find a 1998 nickel in pristine condition, free from scratches, tarnish, or wear, it's worth holding on to or getting graded, as high-quality examples are becoming scarcer after more than 25 years of circulation. The market for Jefferson nickels remains active, with dedicated collectors always looking for well-preserved coins, and sometimes even common dates like 1998 can surprise you with their value if they are in exceptional condition or feature a rare error. That's why here on Penny Collector, we always say, check your change, search through your old coin jars, and look closely at the details, because even an everyday coin can turn into something special. The 1998 Jefferson nickel is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history, a product of American craftsmanship, and a reminder that treasure can be hiding in plain sight. Next up, we are diving into the story of the 1979 United States 5-cent coin, widely known as the Jefferson nickel, a coin that may seem ordinary to most, but can be surprisingly collectible under the right circumstances. The 1979 nickel continued the classic design by Felix Schlag, first introduced in 1938, which features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, surrounded by the inscriptions "In God We Trust" on the left, "Liberty" and the year 1979 on the right, and the mint mark placed just after the date. On the reverse, we see the beautifully detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous home in Virginia, with the denomination 5 cents and United States of America below, and the motto E pluribus unum above. In 1979, the coins were struck at 3 main mints: Philadelphia, with no mint mark, Denver, with the D mint mark, and San Francisco, with the S mint mark for proof coins, which were specially made for collectors and featured mirror-like fields and frosted details. The composition was the standard 75% copper and 25% nickel, with no silver content, but the metal blend gave it durability and a distinct silvery color that has become familiar to generations of Americans. While over 800 million nickels were minted that year, making them common in circulation, the true value depends on condition, strike quality, and whether the coin features any rare mint errors. A typical circulated 1979 nickel is worth its face value of 5 cents, but uncirculated examples graded MS65 or higher can bring between $1 and $5, with those having exceptional luster and sharp detail attracting even higher offers from collectors. The most sought-after 1979 nickels are those with the full steps designation on Monticello, where all the steps appear fully struck, without wear or weakness. Such coins can command prices of $10 to $25 or more, depending on grade. Error coins from this year, such as double-die obverses, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets, can sell anywhere from $25 to several $100, depending on rarity and condition. The 1979 Jefferson nickel also holds significance, as it was struck during a time when coin collecting was gaining popularity again in the United States, with many people saving coins from circulation in hopes of finding valuable pieces. For collectors today, finding a 1979 nickel in pristine condition is more challenging than it might seem, since most have been used in daily commerce for more than 4 decades, accumulating scratches, nicks, and discoloration. That's why it's worth checking your change and looking closely at the details under a magnifying glass. You never know when you might spot a perfectly preserved coin or a rare minting error. Here at Penny Collector, we always remind you that even common coins can have hidden value when preserved in excellent condition. And the 1979 Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of that. So keep your eyes open, treasure the history in your hands, and remember that every coin has a story to tell. This is Penny Collector, and I'll see you in the next video with more history, more market values, and more amazing coin discoveries you need to know about.